Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. According to a report by Lanhe Zhaobao, more than 60 mainstream oil tankers remain stranded in the Persian Gulf waters, with some delayed for over 100 days since the outbreak of the conflict involving the United States, Israel, and Iran in late February. Although about a quarter of the tankers initially departed, the pace of departures has slowed significantly. Shipowners remain highly cautious due to the persistent security risks near the Strait of Hormuz, a crucial global energy transit route. In response to the situation, International Maritime Organization (IMO) Secretary General Arsenio Dominguez issued a strong warning, emphasizing that seafarers' lives must not be jeopardized for commercial interests. He noted that the regional situation remains highly volatile, and reliable security guarantees for safe navigation currently do not exist. Following massive U.S. and Israeli airstrikes on Iran on February 28, the Strait of Hormuz has seen increased passage controls by Iran and a naval blockade by the U.S. The IMO reports that between late February and June 9th, there have been 42 confirmed attacks on vessels in the area, resulting in the deaths of 11 seafarers. The U.S. Central Command has announced that it carried out strikes against Iranian targets in response to the recent downing of a U.S. Army helicopter near the coast of Oman. According to reports from NHK and other sources, the operation targeted Iranian air defense and radar systems in the vicinity of the Strait of Hormuz. U.S. officials characterized the mission as a proportional response to what they described as unjustified aggression by Iranian forces. President Donald Trump confirmed the incident involving the Apache helicopter, noting that the two pilots survived. The strike occurs despite previous claims that Washington and Tehran were close to a peace agreement. In response to the military action, Iranian officials have denied conducting any offensive air operations in the region. Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi has pushed back against the U.S. threat, suggesting that foreign forces in Iranian territory should leave to avoid further risks. According to a report by NBC 6 South Florida, U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth is scheduled to travel to the American military base at Guantanamo Bay on Wednesday. This high-profile visit comes as the United States continues to escalate pressure on Cuba, maintaining an active oil blockade against the island nation. The strip also follows warnings from the administration of potentially using military force to depose Cuban leadership. In addition to visiting the troops stationed at the Guantanamo Bay Naval Base, Secretary Hegseth will also travel to the U.S. Central Command headquarters in Tampa, Florida. This military maneuvering coincides with other aggressive actions, including the operation of U.S. warships in the Caribbean Sea and the recent federal indictment of former Cuban President Raul Castro on federal charges. Despite diminished diplomatic relations between the two countries since the 1960s, the U.S. continues to operate the Guantanamo Bay base. The Pentagon's announcement underscores the ongoing tensions, even as the top U.S. commander in Latin America recently held a brief exchange with Cuban military leaders regarding operational security matters. According to a report by Fengquan Mon, ifeng.com, Anthropic has officially launched its highly anticipated flagship AI models, Claude Fable 5 and Claude Mythos 5, bringing unprecedented autonomous capabilities to the public and select users. Claude Fable 5 is a safeguarded version available to all users, utilizing a smart safety router that seamlessly downgrades high-risk queries to Claude Opus 4.8, while the unfiltered Claude Mythos 5 is reserved for trusted researchers in biology and cybersecurity. The performance of the new models marks a massive leap in AI capability. In the SWE Bench Pro software engineering benchmark, Fable 5 achieved a leading score of 80.3%. In a practical demonstration, it completed a migration of a 50 million line Ruby codebase in just a single day, a task that would normally take a human engineering team more than 2 months. Additionally, Fable 5 showcases native vision and reasoning by successfully navigating RPG games autonomously. Experts note that these updates signify a fundamental paradigm shift in human-AI collaboration. Rather than acting as wizards, meticulously crafting prompts, humans are transitioning into patrons or clients, delegating entire multi-step projects to autonomous AI studios. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.